Okay, so this is the review for quiz number 4. I want to talk about a few different types of shots. The first one is the establishing shot. That is a shot where there's no action whatsoever. It's just a picture of something. Usually it's like the external facade of a building. Something like they show the White House, and then they cut to a different scene where there are people who look like the president and officials in a room that you assume now that is taking place in the White House, which obviously it is not, right? It's on a stage in a set somewhere else. But that shot before it is the establishing shot and lets you know where the action is taking place, but there's no action that's really happening. It just that's where it is. Okay, the next one is a complete shot, and this is defined in the book. I guess that's not as much of a term as establishing shot, but a complete shot means that you have a subject doing an action. So if it is an actor, it's the president, and he's pounding on the desk and yelling, right? Subject, action. It's like he compares it to a sentence. So you need a subject and an action, and that makes what's called a complete shot. Editing in camera is a technique where it's the way if you've played around with just a home recording a camera and you're trying to make a movie as a kid and you didn't have any editing software, right? This is the way you would do it, right? You knew what shots you needed and in what order, and so you just recorded them in order, and you didn't edit them, you didn't do double takes, you didn't do different angles and things that we've talked about. No, editing in camera is just, you just shoot what you're gonna see, and then you shoot the next thing you're gonna see and shoot the next thing you're gonna see. And that would be, instead of editing in an editing software, you're editing in the camera, editing in camera. Zooming in. So this is a technique or just advice, I guess, that came out of this book that I thought was pretty good, especially for you guys to learn as you're just starting out filming these things, that it's always going to be better for the resolution of your picture, for your audio, for most anything, that if you want a close-up, if you want it to be near, actually put the camera closer to it, okay? Now I guess let me do a quick demonstration. Right now the camera is only like 2 feet away from me. So we can zoom in from further away, and let's see if that makes a difference. Hold on a second. Okay, so now the camera is way down at the end of the room, and it's still zoomed in on my face, but the resolution is going to be a lot less, and right, we care about the audio a lot, and the audio is now all the way on the other side of the room. You're going to hear much more of the reverb. Generally, much better to put the camera close, where it was right here, instead of way back there. Okay. And the last thing to talk about today is the long take Steadicam shot, right? And this is something that we see in a bunch of movies where you'll go through a lot of different action, you'll go into different places. They've been doing action scenes lately in a bunch of action movies where they will go around and they will fight in different places, and it all looks like it's all happening at once. Now these shots they're kind of flashy, they're kind of showy, they start to become distracting, right? You're watching maybe what's happening in the background rather than just what's in the foreground. They're difficult to set up, right? Because you've got to get the lighting right in all of those different places. You need to make sure that all the elements that need to be in place are in place. So they're very difficult, but they're very very impressive when you get them right. So there you go. That's